This is supposed to be a meritocratic society. We're very proud of that. So you measure the value of work by the amount of pay you get. Well, if you're raising a family and raising children and keeping it going and so on, the amount of pay you get is zero. Okay, so that is totally worthless. You know, that is raising children and keeping families alive and so on and so forth. That is worthless, and there's, as a demonstration of that, you don't get paid anything for it. It's a meritocratic society. Well, what is work? Well, work is the stuff you get a lot of money for. So like it's driving to your office in Wall Street and speculating against currencies in an effort to drive down growth rates. And you get a huge amount of money for that, so that must be really valuable work. So those guys don't have to be driven to work because they're already doing extremely valuable work, but somebody who's raising a child has to be driven to work because they're not doing any work. That's the tacit assumption that underlies all of these things. I mean, everyone agrees, every economist agrees that if you want to be serious, you can't talk about human beings as if they're creatures with rights and so on. You have to talk about them as capital. So there's something called human capital, you know, which means how much a human being can contribute to growth, let's say. That's called human capital. What increases human capital? Well, you know, mothers raising children. That's what increases human capital. What's the biggest factor in growth? Human capital. So in fact, you ought to be paying welfare mothers a high salary to try to improve the human capital because of the work they're doing. I mean, anyone who's had a child or thinks for a second knows that it's work. You know, it doesn't come free. And that's only a piece of it, of course.